Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless, guys. We are currently in the midst of trying to raise our reputation with the Carnot so we can ask them a question about getting through the Avid Horizon. And for that to make sense, I actually need to go back to the Eagle's Empyrean, because we needed to get a port report from here. But do I need to buy myself any fuel or anything? I'll get a little bit. And we're just going to head straight back via the Xanthos moon, and we shall see if it's any good. I don't know how many of these port reports we're going to actually have to find for the Carnot before they, the Eagle's Empyrean, before they agree to help us. I'm hoping it's not too many, otherwise it's going to be a whole lot of back and forth, which isn't fun in Eleutheria. But you know. Hopefully there's not multiple steps. That would be the bad thing. I'm hoping it's just kind of like we get them on side, and then I guess we're probably going to unlock a mission chain or something. It's like, oh yes, we'll help you, but you need to get us 17 pristine treasures or something horrendous. I'm sure it'll be fun. I didn't really expect the truth storyline to be taking me where it has, if I'm honest, which is kind of crazy, given, you know, it's the truth. I feel like I haven't really learned any truth other than the fact that the suns are killing each other, which I suppose is the universal truth. Quite literally, I did not go via the Xanthos moon. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Through the Belt of Midnight. Sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Straight as the crow flies, straight through the Belt of Midnight. Get ready on the old light. Yep. So I can turn it off if we come across any Liberators of the Night. Which hopefully we do not. I haven't actually flown through this part of the map before. Who knows, maybe we'll find something exciting. I could send out the rat. Let's see. Oh. I guess because it's Eleutheria, I don't actually know what they are. I could try and go up to the moon. I'm kind of curious as to what that actually is. Oh, was I too slow? I believe I might have been too slow. We run. Yep, keep going straight forward. What is this? Oh, it's the crossroads. I believe I can refuse. Bribe them to let you copy the lost sigil. The measurer extends a carapace many-fingered hand. A sigil is branded on its palm. Closes its fingers with a click before you can see more. No, I'm good. I'm going to lower my terror, I think. Yeah, my terror's forward. Good, good. The Xanthos moon is in fact lowering my terror. I was a bit worried, we'd been here quite recently, so it might not work. Okay, there we go. Sweet, let's go straight down to Eagle's Empyrean. I do need to collect the sigils. Maybe I should have taken the sigil. It's not really my focus right now, but I know if it ever does become my focus, I'm going to hate myself for the literal hundreds of sigils that I could have got that I've ignored. I am cautiously keeping my terror down as low as I can, though, because I live in fear when I'm in Eleutheria. Not as much as the Blue Kingdom, but close. It's a largely uneventful stretch of sky, other than the horrendous lamplighters, whatever they're called, the lamp-blacked people. These guys. Wait. One of you is a Carnot. Dowser! That's what I'm looking for. I missed. Ah! Did you see that dodge? That was a terrible dodge. Oh, I do not want to be between the Carnot ship and mine. No, 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 no. Help. Ah. Shoot it, you stupid bloody thing. Ow, my backup from the Carnot guy has been largely ineffectual, shall we say. The ravaged vessel is silent. Its flags have been torn off. Its name obliterated with lamp black. Doubters are fanatical devotees of the liberation of night. They attack any engine that dares poison the dark with its light. Let's fix the ship. Ow. Work is slow. Your engineers fumble at bolts, stumble on the dark hull, slip and let a perfectly good section of plating go spinning into the night. Then, for no clear reason, their lamps go out. The engineers scramble back to your engine and refuse to return to their task. Well, bugger. His gun appears to not be working. I'd love to get a turret on top of my ship. If it was just like an automated turret. I feel like it would be remarkably useful. The Khan does ransom important prisoners, yes? Just in case. How much money do you think we could get for the incognito princess? Nobody tell London that I'm actually working for the Imperium, because I think that might not go down well. Right, let's dock up. The bespectacled official? Oh, I forgot I could do that. I am actually going to donate to lower my terror here. You have fought hard against those who would extinguish the light. The official will appreciate that. Nice. The official passes you a hot cup of tea before sipping his own. He points to the bright moon and smiles proudly. It's almost all that stands between us and the night. That intimidates some. Not me. I find it reassuring. Human invention can conquer the wilderness and the dark that floods across it. Human invention and the bravery of those who'd fight against the revolutionaries who would betray us. Let's deliver intelligence on Achilles. This should satisfy the official's current need. Delivering intelligence to the official will raise your standing with the Eagle and lower it with London Embassy. Oh well. A smile, a nod, an envelope passed from hand to hand under the table. The dropped mahjong tile draws your attention to a money pouch by your seat. You pick it up and play your next move. Careful as you are, it is unlikely that this exchange has gone unnoticed by observers from the London Embassy. The Eagle currently considers you a convenient informant. London disapproves of you. Sorry. Ooh. We can smuggle ministry permits into the Imperium. I do miss London sometimes, says the official. I wonder if you might provide me a souvenir. For 3? Ministry stamped permits? I can give the Imperium? To trade for condemned experiments? I don't think that really helps me that much. What are your current interests? The official toys with the tile. Have you ever wondered what the devils at Caduceus get up to? They do not discuss their business with outsiders. Ordinarily, that would be their prerogative. But this close to the Imperian territory, even good neighbours must regrettably become just a little inquisitive. Okay. We need to go to Caduceus. Which is down here, right? Yeah, it's not very far at all. We do have to cross the Belt of Midnight again, though, which isn't fun. let's buy ourselves some fuel. Basically uses the money we just earned, which is slightly upsetting, but you know, we do what we must. Can I lower my terror here? Has enough time passed? Does not appear to be the case, which is slightly upsetting. I think it's normally in the Imperium, right? Yeah. I could repair my locomotive. Only 72 sovereigns? Let's get it done. I don't want to accidentally blow up because I was being too precious with my money. Alright, let's head off to Caduceus. Yes, it's fine. Almost crashed. Not even close. Alright, can I go down here? Is this a straight line? It is. I'm going to try and fly. Do I want to fly over the bit that I haven't explored? I kind of do, but I also don't want to spend too much time in the Belt of Midnight. Because I'm pretty sure my terror goes up quicker while I'm in there. I love these paper lanterns. I wish we had more things like this in the world. I suppose it's super popular in places like China and Asia. But not so much in Europe. We do have our own things though, I suppose. Like gas lamps. I suppose. That's a big mark, isn't it? Get out your exciting gas lamps. I often wonder if Asian cultures admire Western things as much as Western people admire Eastern things. It must be the case, right? There must be people out there who look at Western stuff and go, wow, look at how amazing that is. But because we are it, or a lot of us are, I'm assuming I am, I suppose I should say. Yeah. It's always the other way. It is very dark. Oh my god. It is the Bell of Midnight, it makes perfect sense. They call this the Dementine Reach, a crew woman observes. Bodes well. Oh, I missed something. Hang on. It's something to crave, which means it's money. I like money. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, is that amber? I don't have any mining. Pooh. Never mind. What a waste of fuel that was. Oh well, we tried. My need for profit overcame me. I don't know if I've ever done the quest in Caduceus, you know. I heard Heaven's Library was destroyed, the crewman whispers, but that you can still find bits of it around here. Yeah, we have found bits of floating library, so that does make sense. I didn't actually check if I was already friends enough with the Imperium. Whoops, I probably should have at least checked the truth thing to be like, maybe I only had to do one. I kind of assumed I would have to max out one or the other. But that's not necessarily the case. Oh, hello. Oh. It's an egg. A curator's egg. One of your crew dons their thermal sky suit and steps out into the cold. After a few minutes, they return, clutching an object that looks uncomfortably like a large wasp's nest. Oh, I reckon it's a curator's egg, they say, carefully handing it to you. It looks delicate, but has a heft to it, as if something dense is nestled beneath the papery outer layers. Alright, I'll take it. One of your people swaddles the egg in a grease-stained blanket and wedges it in your hold. Sitting among crates and barrels, it looks more fragile than it did before. Alright, we need to go to the pan to sell that. I've always wondered if it could hatch, but I don't think I've ever actually managed to get it to hatch. It always breaks. And I'm not entirely sure it's actually possible for it to hatch, so I will just take the money, I think. You can sometimes find hermits in the caves here. Your navigator remarks. I'm looking for devils. Hopefully they have a terror reduction for me, because we're getting a little bit into the danger zone. Huh. It's a cantankerous. Oh. I clicked to make the missile explode, but it impacted with the cantankerous. Let's lose terror. Let's disperse the rubble. Just a little bit. Just take the edge off. We're at what, 45? The clay conductor size. I don't care for roses. Yeah, we're not in the best place for that. This whole place is nothing but roses. We're here for the port report, but I will poke my head around to see if there's anything else we can do here. A temple at the top of a mountain, reached by a long pilgrim road. Inside it, statues of devils bearing instruments march towards a throne. A smell of roses lingers. Actually don't know where I would find the port report, so I guess we'll start with the winds of elsewhere. The winding hillside paths are meandering and willful. A wind picks up, carrying a scent of honey and soothing sibilance. It blows from the caves. Explore the dark side of Caduceus. The devils do not care to set foot here. Or investigate a mirror shard. You found it in the wiry grass. It is silver and sharp. Let's investigate the mirror shard. A golden flicker deep in the glass catches your eye. You pick it up and stare at it, trying to find the source in the undulation. A stabbing pain runs through your hand. Blood drips from a cut that could almost be a bite. You drop it. But that night, you dream. A vision of the heavens. Not quite what I was after, but oh well. The place of the roses. A temple, garlanded with incardinine flowers and wreathed with thorns, sits at the apex of Caduceus. It is drowsy with the scent of roses, though you can see none. Poets, artists and musicians lounge in groups on the marble floor. A woman, crowned in thorns, sits on a white throne. She drums her fingers on the arm. Is this the port report? No. I guess I will investigate the temple just to see if this works. What is Caduceus? Marble statues of devils line the aisles. They have wreaths over their horns. Their lips are daubed scarlet as sin. Their eyes are the colours of ash and sunlight. The detail is breathtaking. Their lyres and lutes, flutes and fiddles, drums and dulcimers are so perfectly carved that but for the material, they could be real. Frescoes depict a troupe of musicians marching towards a slender mirror. Pipers, flautists, drummers, all. Statues of serpents coil over the musicians. Thorn bushes, bereft of roses, encircle the chamber. The plants are tended by devils in crimson masks. These devils are the rose binders of Caduceus. Within the space bounded by the bushes, the bohemians make their art, all of it on the subject of roses. Okay, it's not a port report, is it? Let's talk to the Thorn Maiden. You unlock this by not having any gold? From her throne she watches all. Her crown is thorned, her stave coiled with snakes. Her eyes are quiet as an ox's. As you approach, she raises a hand, bedecked with rings of white sapphires. Whether she is bidding you approach or refrain is unclear. The Thorn Maiden considers you, then approximates a smile. Her fingers still tap against the marble arm of her throne, in time with the drum from below. "How may I serve?" she asks. Her voice resonates like beaten bronze. Let's ask about Caduceus. If anyone knows about this place, it's her. Her voice is without any effect. The intonation is hollow. I found Caduceus not long after I arrived in Eleutheria. I was frustrated with the methodologies of Winter's Reside. Where was the poetry? Where was the beauty in all the horror? Her fingertips dance as she speaks. The devils were here before me. They were wearing those masks when I arrived. This temple was once something else, something important to them. They reclaimed it, though for a new purpose. She trails off, having lost interest in your inquiry. How is she? She seems restless. Is she bored? The eyes widen. Is it obvious? The tone doesn't change. The waiting between rites becomes more intolerable. All these people. She gestures. Her bracelets are set jangling, venerating me. But all they care for are the roses. I am a link in the chain, not the pearl in the crown. She sighs and looks away. Okay, I can't ask her about the roses, so let's leave her. Let's descend into the caverns. We're just going down. Beneath the temple, the mountains on which Caduceus rests is tunneled through with caves. A drumbeat, slow but steady, sounds from below. Underneath the dome of Caduceus is a warren of caverns, a labyrinth of caves walled with slabs of volcanic black glass, burrow their way through the rock. A steady drumbeat thrums through the walls, echoing from somewhere deeper. Follow the rose-binders? 2 rose-binders, a devil and a deviless, wait in the main cavern, their eyes like coals in the dark. The deviless beckons you to follow her. No way this can go bad. You are led down darkly gleaming passages, heading deeper under the main temple of Caduceus. The devil walks at your side. He occasionally uses his thyrsus to strike the ground, as if testing the depth of your descent. You emerge into a cavern, lit by moonish light pouring through a crack in the roof. A broken temple stands before a pool of dark water. The deviless bids you kneel by the pool and drink. I guess we'll drink deeply. The water is clear, reflecting only the pale rays of light and the thorned masks of the rose-binders. As you kneel, the deviless places a red cloth around your eyes. The devil touches your forehead with the thyrsus as he pushes you towards the water. You feel the water lapping against your chin, your mouth, your tongue. It tastes rich as wine, velvet, smooth and wild. The drumbeat here with your ear pressed against the rock, is louder. It grows louder still, insistent and incessant. The cavern vibrates with it. The Deviless pulls you from the water. The drummer deems you worthy. She smiles bright as a new moon. You may participate in the mysteries of our Arboretum. Okay. Apparently I can now follow the beating of the drums. The sound is steady, like the pulsing of a heart. Following the sound leads you in what feels like circles. You travel between cave after cave, the tunnels narrowing like a throat as you go deeper. The drums sound on, a steady funerary beat. You are forced to cleave to a wall slick with dripping condensation, for the tunnel here has the width of a wicked king's spine. As you do, the drums cease for a moment, and you hear a sound like a finger tapping on glass. When you emerge from the thin cave, you find yourself in a large, wide cavern where you began. Try again. No, okay. Let's return to the temple. You have lingered too long in the dark. Back to the marble and the frescoes and the devils in rose masks. Back to the place where the roses do not fall. Oh, okay. There's a lot of extra options here, apparently. We can participate in the rite of the rose. For those suitably attuned, the Thorn Maiden is willing to perform the rites of the rose. It is the great mystery at Caduceus's heart. It would take 3 of my moments of inspiration. I can write a port report. Would anyone take an interest in this languidous idyll? There are said to be mysteries in Caduceus. Well, this is what I'm here for. An isolated temple approached by a winding pilgrim road. Roses fall about the ruins on the temple approach, but none within the temple walls. The devils in rose masks tend flowerless shrubs. Poets and musicians write rhapsodies on roses that never appear. A woman, known as the Thorn Maiden, presides over it all, while in the caverns below the temple, drums sound in the dark. Poets whisper to you of rites performed by the Thorn Maiden, of sunlight somehow brought into Eleutheria, of revels done when the roses fall. Can I talk to the Bohemians? I can. Visitors come and go from Caduceus, but all are generally of a similar temperament. A loche youth with acres of golden hair invites you into his little company. They sit before the throne, painting roses onto each other's bodies. A rose black as the liberation blooms on his white chest. A pair of twins have daubed a pattern of roses linked like chains. It begins on the right of her neck and ends on the nail of his smallest left toe. An elderly poet, his moustaches ringed with roses, explains that they are merely passing the time. We are somewhat listless between the rites, he explains. When the sunlight pours through, we may taste the rose. Okay. Well, I feel like I've kind of run out of time in this episode, but I think in the next episode, maybe we do the Rite of the Rose? It wasn't really what I was planning on doing, but I'm oddly intrigued. But for now, I think I shall call it here, so I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, see you next time.